We are working from Red Big Ideas Record and Practice Journal. We are now in Chapter 2, and we're working on 2.2, Adding Rational Numbers. For number 4, we have -1/6 plus -5/12. We have to think back for adding integers. If our signs are the same, we just simply add our integers up. So essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to do 5/12 plus 1/6. Now, because our signs are the same, all we have to do is add up these two fractions. We know our answer is going to be negative because we have to go with the sign that we're in, and we're in negative right now. So we just need to do 1/6 plus 5/12. The one thing we need to find out is we need to have a common bottom number. We call that the least common denominator, or LCD. When do 12 and 6 land on the same number? That would be 12. 12 is going to stay the same. 5 is going to stay the same, just like we're timesing by 1. And then what do I do to go from 6 to 12? I'm going to times it by 2. So I have to take 1 and times it by 2. 5/12 plus 2/12 is going to give us a grand total of 7/12. Remember, you just add the tops when the bottoms are the same. And our answer would be negative. So number 4 in your Record and Practice Journal would be -7/12. There's one more that I have here below that. We have some decimals. We have 0.46 plus -0.642. Now our signs are different. According to our rule for adding integers, if our signs are different, we actually subtract them. So we're going to take 0.642 and I'm going to subtract 0.46. Now I know my answer is going to be negative because 0.642 is bigger than 0.46, so I know my answer is going to be negative. There are some other things we want to do here. We do want to add a 0 just to make sure we hold that place value. Also, when you're dealing with decimals, you want to make sure you line up your decimals and make sure you bring your decimals straight down. 2 minus 0 is 2. We have to borrow from the 6. The 6 becomes a 5. The 4 becomes 14. 14 minus 6 is 8. And then finally, 5 minus 4 is 1. So our answer would be, this is going to be negative. Take my red negative sign out of there. Our answer is going to be -0.18. -0.18. If the signs are different, you actually subtract and you go with the sign that has the bigger absolute value. And up for our first one, number 4, if your signs are the same, you actually add those up. And again, you go with the sign that you're in.